Hey now! In an ongoing effort to make sure all students receive the same high quality education and it takes the same amount of time for my planning purposes, let's do a video answer key for this Pythagorean Theorem test that we just took. This can also work as a great study guide for you for other tests, other grades. It's a great review. So it's not just about this test, it's about the Pythagorean Theorem. Finally, here we go. We've got a right triangle. We've got a leg of 12, a leg of 35, and a hypotenuse that is unknown. First step, follow the directions. Write the Pythagorean theorem. Substitute the legs, which always go on the left side of the equation. That is unknown. You could also put x there. It doesn't matter. For this problem, it's x. Then we make the squares. It's 144, 1,225. So we substitute. Go big by making the squares. Add the legs together once they're squared. And then finally, we need to unsquare, or take the root of both sides. And what we end up with here is 37. Say yay if you got 37. Okay, that's good. Next, we have one with just words and no picture. We could draw a picture. It was not required, but you could. What we have here is a hypotenuse of 57, a leg of 25. Okay? So, Pythagorean theorem, the leg that we have, the leg that we don't have, hypotenuse always goes on the right. Make the squares. Subtract. When you have a missing leg, you're going to subtract from the hypotenuse. 2,624. We're going to take the root of both sides, or unsquare, and it's about, after we round off to the nearest tenth, after we round off 51 and 2/10, about. Of course, you could have had A be the missing leg, and you could have used X. So I used B here, but it doesn't matter. Say yay if you got about 51. Woo! Okay. Will these numbers form right triangles? Here's how we find out. We put them in order, leave lots of space. Square the legs and the hypotenuse, put a plus sign and an equal sign. Do the math by squaring everything. Simplify both sides as much as possible. Compare those numbers. They're the same. That means yes, that's a proof of the Pythagorean theorem. These three numbers would form the sides of a right triangle. What about these? They're already in order. Square them. Plus equals. Add. That's not right. Those are not equal. Those numbers would not form a right triangle. Common mistake, and not very many of you in this class did this, but I was setting it up so where I thought maybe some of you might do this and say yes. But of course, that's wrong because these are roots. The Pythagorean theorem is all about the squares, okay? So we need the big numbers to compare. So there's the key, is we got to square everything to really know if these will work. The extra credit question. A piece of pizza in the shape of a right triangle is cut from a circular pizza with an 18-inch diameter. The pizza is cut into 8 equal pieces. What toppings are on the pizza? Well, of course, you're going to have pepperoni, sausage, Green peppers. A lot of you missed that. A few mixed onions, maybe. And salami. Okay, there we go. Of course, that was a joke, just like extra credit is a joke. Okay, but hopefully it made you smile. Let's do the version 2. Here's the other version of the test. Okay, let's correct this quickly. If you're just studying, this gives you a second problem to study. Silence. Then we unsquare or find the root of both sides. Say chicken. Okay, c equals 41. Next, or x, however you want to think of this problem. Next, we have a right triangle. Hypotenuse is 63. Leg is 18. Missing leg. Here's how we do it. Write it. Hopefully you notice that every single problem is being done the same way. That's a good idea. It gets you in a routine that is successful and gets you the right answer every time. That's the key. If you have a different routine, that's fine. As long as you're getting the right answer every time, we can all have our own system. Teach me yours. If it's working all the time, then I can teach that to other people. Unsquare both sides. And supposed to round off, because this one's a decimal, about 60⁴. Say pizza. There we go. Okay, and finally down at the bottom, you can see this one was the setup to see if you're paying attention. You might have thought, yes, these are the same, but the problem is these are roots. So even though 6 plus 15 is 21, that's not how you do this. We square everything. Pythagorean theorem is about the squares of the sides of a right triangle, not the roots. And this one is not even close. Not even close. So those will not form a right triangle. And finally, put them in order, square them. That Miss Porter out in the hallway, what is going on out there? Holy moly. Sounds like Mr. H too. Hey, these are equal, so that's a yes. And then the extra credit, even though you know it's a joke. Here we go. Well, this time, what was the name of the delivery driver? And look, there's his name right there. Spelling counts. There's the question. There's the answer. Whew! Some of you put Pythagoras, which is very clever and intuitive. But yeah, I once had a student, maybe she's watching right now. I once had a student named Hannah Counts. It's a great name. So maybe Spelling Counts is her little brother. Lil bro. Hannah, if you're out there, leave a comment. Let me know if you have a little brother named Spelling. Anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching. 9 minutes. And off we go to our lesson. Take care.